Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now, as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire Esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead! Flashback!
What's up, guys?
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the W Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear, in association with ACT Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Amon Foxy, and our analyst, Baba Gusta, as we are here for the first game of the second half of the day, the third game in total of Division 2, fourth play day, or second play day of week 2, depends on how you like to call it, in Season 5. Lots of numbers right there that I had to toss out because I was kind of caught by surprise by the beginning, but regardless, we are here. We are here for this game, and it's going to be a pretty exciting one, let me tell you this much, people, because it is Vector Sports versus Instinct Esports here on the map of Coastline, a frag-heavy map that we have all come to love over the course of this league. And we're going to be seeing it in action one more time before Division 2 closes out for the week. All that out of the way, a quick reminder to all of our viewers to check out the socials of the Esports Club on Facebook and Instagram for the giveaway of a limited edition Rainbow Six Siege PC featuring a limited edition PC cabinet, a Siege-themed PC cabinet from NZXT. There's only 500 of these across the world, and if you want one for yourselves, check out the Esports Club on Instagram and Facebook, and the link down in the description below for details on how to enter yourselves into this giveaway. With all that aside, ladies and gentlemen, it is a very exciting game ahead of us. Vector Sports versus Instinct Esports, a match that I'm sure a lot of people are currently hyped for. And this is going to be an exciting event. More on that from our analyst, Baba Gusta over at the analyst. Says, Baba, how do you do on this fine evening?
Well, I'm doing absolutely wonderful here, Jack, and that is going to be really interesting because we're going to be seeing Vector Sports going up against Instinct Esports. Now, currently, Vector Sports haven't lost a single match in Division 2. That is really exciting to see about that. They've been on the top of the leaderboards. That is, that is quite unsurprising because we've been seeing Vector Sports performing really well, and even with the newer rosters coming in from Team Vector Sports. Sam and Shulker, in which both of them used to be former Never Diamond players, and we did see them perform absolutely wonderful on map Oregon against Team Moha 8-6, in which we actually did see Vector Sports gaining back the lead when they were on defense with a total of 2 to 3 clutches against them, which was really fascinating to see it, and them winning against them in quite a great fashion there. I mean, when it comes to Vector Sports, they're always great at making comebacks, and they haven't, disappointed us indeed. So coming back to Instinct Esports, now they were currently have lost a total of 2 matches. So currently they've only won 1 match, and that was against Team Havoc. 7-2 was the score on Map Cafe Dostoevsky. Great performance when it comes to on the side of the attack wise, and also on the side of defense as well. They had a little bit of problems on the attack wise. I mean, since they had a little bit of problems dealing with the anti denials with the Vomai gadget and the Jaeger's gadget, which is quite meta, especially coming to this specific update of Operation Steel Wave. Yes, they immediately got back the lead. They currently have only 1 match in this specific tournament, 1-2. And yeah, with that, we're going to be heading on to the community votes. And my God, Vector Sports is in a total of 83%, whereas on the side of Instant Esports, it is 17%. Yes, Jack, yes, it is quite a high margin. Viewers voting for the side of Vector Sports. Maybe Instinct Esports might be able to take what it gets. We've seen them performing quite well on attack. Maybe if they have a little bit of weakness coming in on the side of Vector Sports, and if they try to exploit it out, who knows, they might be able to bring the greatest upset, or will history repeat itself? Only time will knows, Jack. That's all I have on the analyst desk. Jack, back to you.
Thank you for that beautiful analysis of the game, Baba. And of course, the most surprising information right there is the fact that Vector Sports, I mean, it's not really surprising when you think about it. VS are a fantastic team, and even then, to have an 83-17 split in their favor in the community votes. Instinct Esports truly are the underdogs today, going up against a team as well known as VS. They're going to have their hands. They're going to have their hands full with a lot of things to do in this matchup because they need to make sure they don't lose against Vector Sports. It's going to be a very, very exciting game. And of course, the map to facilitate this, the excitement and the hype, is Coastline, a map that we all know and love for its frag heavy and slightly attacker-sided behavior in the current meta of Rainbow Six Siege. And overall, it's just a map where you can sit back, relax, gain your intel, do just a little bit. You still have to do just a tiny bit of utility work, and then let the kills roll. Let the bodies hit the floor, as they say, as a Coastline will be underway between both of these teams. We've got the ready confirmation coming in from both of them, as well as we will be underway in just a short while, ladies and gentlemen, with this fantastic match on this fantastic map. Here we go. Vector Sports versus Instinct Esports is live on all of our screens here on the map of Coastline. And oh boy, am I ever so hyped for it, as we are going to hit the ban phase nice and quickly. And of course, since Vector Sports are defending, they're going to have the first ban on the map. They're going to have to make sure that they get their bans in place nice and properly, take out the operators that they don't want to play against and don't want to have to play in their defensive rounds. And the first operator to be banned from the side of VS is going to be the Nomad. Nice and quickly taking out an operator who can deal in map control all over the place. And of course, our flashbangs and the guns that she has complement her air jabs very, very well. Overall, Nomad facilitating map control is going to be taken off the board, as Instinct Esports are going to be banning the second attacker, and as the timer ticks down, they're going to be taking down the Blackbeard out of the equation. Again, no surprises there. Blackbeard, a very divisive operator when it comes to Rainbow Six Siege, as this Navy SEAL has pretty much opinions on this Navy SEAL have been split down the middle ever since he was released. I mean, it is more split down the middle these days than it used to be, because his old shield was just, ooh, that is the definition of overpowered. Blackbeard's original rifle shield, as Mira will be taken off the board on the first defender ban of the map. Instinct Esports taking away the Spaniard defender from her own homeland map, as this was, of course, the map she came out with in Velvet Shell. Unfortunately, Mira and the Valkyrie will not be playing here on a coastline today. Valkyrie, again, a fairly standard ban when it comes to the map of coastline. Intel is key, information is king, and that is why Valkyrie faces the ban waves that she does. With everything being said and taken done, we've got what did I even say right there? Everything being said and taken done. Yes, absolutely, English. With everything being said and done, we're going to be moving into round one, and let's have a quick look at both of the rosters here in the lobby for ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. From the side of Instinct Esports, we have Asterix, Invalid, Kurosaki, Pika, and of course Pendrive. While from the side of Vector Sports, we've got Saiyan, Shulker, Sam, Skipper, and Beaver. Speaking of Beaver, he's going to pick out of the Pulse into the Mozzie. Nice and quickly, as round one will in fact be underway. From the side of the defense on second floor, hookah and billiards. Fairly standard side pick coming out from the side of Vector Sports. No surprises right here. Once again, that excuse me, right there. That you know, hookah is the opening site from the side of VS. We've got a drone being captured by the Mozzie right there. Nice and quickly, as we are going to be seeing some intel denial and utility capture for the side of Vector Sports' defense. That is why the Mozzie is in play outside of the Pulse. A pretty interesting pick right there, but no surprises at the same time. We've seen Mozzie plays come out abundantly in the league because, of course, Mozzie is a very, very interesting and pretty powerful operator. I won't say he's like overpowered or anything, but when used in the correct way, I mean, he is pretty flexible in that particular situation. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how Mozzie's played right now. A quick look at the scoreboard shows us apparently there's some sort of a thing happening for Pendrive. That's a little unfortunate right there, but that, of course, is the admin's jurisdiction, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just a caster, and I'll be relaying whatever information comes in from the admin side to our own ears. While Shulker, in the meanwhile, he's playing around instead of offices. He doesn't know that the Ash is in, and he'll be taken out of the board for his shovel. As Ashley starts things off nice and quickly, and there's Kurosaki to find a kill on the Beaver. 2 kills dropped nice and easily for the side of Instinct Esports, but Skipper's here to find a double. Pendrive and Kurosaki go down, as that is going to take the refrag onto one and then take down the sledge for the man count equalization. And Asterix is going to find Saiyan, but he's going to get refragged onto by the Jaeger quickly. He's going to be found by the IQ. That's another refrag in from Invalid, as it's now 2v1. Sam, the last man standing, because the smoke was dropped sometime else. Or actually, the smoke was dropped by the Ash. I don't know why my brain said he was dropped somewhere else. Anyway, 1v2 on the side of the Legion. He's got to do it all on his own, all on his lonesome inside of sight. We've got Pika with the diffuser on the Thatcher, no less, while Invalid is the man with the IQ manning the G8A1 LMG. Shots are going to be traded as the Legion is trying to make sure that he doesn't get caught out in some sort of awkward peek or anything. The Echo's going to make his way to site. So is the Thatcher. They probably have an idea where the Legion's playing. The drones are going to come in nice and quickly as the Guma is going to go out. And now Sam's location is pretty much given away, ladies and gentlemen. And the Legion is about to be pushed. He sees the one with the diffuser, but no, there's the IQ behind him. He drops him, and he drops the other. Invalid and Pika go down, and Vector Sports will win round one of the back of a beautiful defensive hold. hold right there, ladies and gentlemen, as Sam takes the 1v2 clutch. And unfortunately, right off the back of that very, very hype moment, we're going to have to go into a rehost. And we'll be right back on the other side with the first round already being done. Second round will be in play. But again, on the other side of the rehost. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Instinct Esports and Vector Sports on the map of Coastline. Vector Sports are on defense, Instinct Esports are attacking, and we're almost back on the other side of the rehost with the entirety of the game. We are just waiting on Instinct Esports to join into the lobby because the admin rehost had recalled, seeing as Instinct Esports were having a little bit of a ping issue. There's just one player remaining before the match can get underway once again, and hopefully that'll be very, very soon, as this game, of course, isn't just the only one we have in store for all of our viewers tonight, that is, because there's Bat Trip Esports versus Team Area 69 coming up right after this one. A very nice game indeed that we will be getting into right after this game finishes. But let that not take away from the fact that this match that we have on hand is probably one of the more exciting ones in the entirety of the day. No bias, no hate to the other ones, but that's just how I feel right now. Vector Sports with that first round clutch 1v2 from the Legion. Sam the man bringing in the heat right at the end when it looked like Vector Sports might be down and out, downing the IQ, then taking out the Thatcher who was planting, getting that beautiful clutch in. And more on that in the next game from our analyst, Baba Gusta. Baba, that was a beautiful clutch, wasn't it?
I mean, that was really a beautiful clutch indeed. For a moment there, I thought, Sam, we've actually seen him on defense performing really. He just made a lot of miraculous plays happening with both of these players on board, and looks like they've been according to the performance wise, Sam and Shulker, both of them has been performing really well. Because if, for an example, if there is a team on the side, like when they were performing right back on Never Diamonds, and decides like, you know what, I think I'm going to change from Vector Sports instead. And yes, since they changed from both of them coming on to Vector Sports, you always have that feeling of not understanding their play styles together, not understanding how you communicate with those players together. And judging by how well that they've been playing for both of them, I kind of looks like they've figured it out. They've know how to communicate well. They've know how to convert that communication into success, and they've been performing really quite well on the side of Vector Sports. Now, coming on the side of Instinct Esports, though, I really have to give a lot of appreciation to Asterisk. That initiation when Ash pushes in to get those important 2 kills was absolutely brilliant. But you actually did see from that outcome, Skipper immediately denying while he was holding on the side of Sunrise Bar, getting those 2 important kills. So I just wanted to say, we still don't want to let Instinct Esports off the board just yet. They've been performing really well. They've been performing some miraculous plays indeed. Pendrev getting those early kills, making those plays happen. We also did see him get on top of the leaderboards, and it's really exciting to see what's going to go down, Jack. Even though we did see Sam winning round 1 with that miraculous clutch. In a game of Siege, anything can happen. We might be able to see Vector Sports winning on defense, and then out of nowhere, Instinct Esports after round 6, they might be able to win on defense as well, putting it to overtime. So I'm really excited and clueless about what's going to happen next, Jack.
Absolutely well said right there, Baba. We don't know what's going to happen next. We're not fortune tellers. We are just casters, ladies and gentlemen. And we are here to cast this very, very exciting game that we have on our hands. I think I've been stating and probably overstating how exciting it is for me, but that's just how hyped I am right now for Vector Sports versus Instinct Esports. Both of them have played pretty well in the league so far, but today, up against each other, they have to pull out their A game, and they have to keep pulling out their A game, not just today, but also in the remaining matches that they have across the 3rd week of play. That's right, we're almost at week 3, but don't let that discourage you from the Division 1 games and the last game that we have tonight, as a week 2 still ain't over yet, people. That's the real kicker here. Week 2 is still not over. It is definitely far from it. Division 1 still remains, tonight's final game remains, and the remaining rounds of this game, well, they remain. Skipper allowing the Vulcan Shield to have a little bit of a lifeline right there. Pun intended? No, not really. Pun not intended. But, it's going to save that ADS that he put down. It's going to save that Vulcan Shield for the time being. Unless, of course, the push comes in from the other side of the 90 hallway. That is from the White Stairs / luggage area. EMP has come out from the Thatcher in the meanwhile, who is unbanned today. for this particular game. As a coastline, you probably want to ban other operators, as Nomad and Blackbeard are the attacker bans of the map. The Sledge is going to be doing some reconstruction nice and quickly. Kurosaki is making sure that he has the hold from inside of Sunrise. And so does Invalid. Nothing quite coming off that. Neither is the Jackal staying by Blue Bar, finding anybody for the time being. Probably some footprints. Maybe not. Sane in the meanwhile, he might go for a run out. He's pinged the service engine's drawer. He's waiting for intel from Steam. As Pika has taken a bit of damage, he's going to go for it. He sees no Claymore. He's gone for it, but he's been detected and he's going to pull back for the time being because he could not find an attacker in the short amount of time he was up there for. The long corridor of kitchen is being held right now as the defenders are going to be in a bit of a tight squeeze if Instinct Esports are allowed to make this push happen, which is why the vertical plays are going to matter quite a bit, as Sam with the runner is going to find Pika. That is your Thatcher of the board, and that's a pretty big drop right there as Beaver's being pushed from all sides. Kitchen softball was opened up, and there you go. The kill is confirmed by Pendrive. The Zofia with the plays comes in, takes one. That is the man count equalized, and there goes Shulker as well. Invalid takes that kill using the G8A1. Invalid himself is down, mind you, but the revive is going to come in. Sam, he might find two if he goes on blue stairs right now. He may yet do that as Saiyan slowly pushing up on Courtyard. There's somebody in Courtyard, and he will snipe that kill onto Asterix, even though the down came in from somebody else. That was probably Skipper the Jaeger, as Invalid. No, that is Pendrive who just went down as Sam takes another one. It is now a 3 versus 2. Kurosaki and Invalid are the only ones remaining, and Invalid is low on HP, ladies and gentlemen. He's got to be careful on what kind of gunfights he picks, as Kurosaki will face the music and be down and taken out. Saiyan takes that with the Mozzie, Pete, and Roni, and it's all done to Invalid in a 1v3. Will he find the Goyo? Not quite. Yes, he does. Finally, it's now a 1v2. Invalid's got a double kill for himself. Only so little time for the man as he walks through the kitchen window. The peaks are going to come in any second now. Yes, no, yes it is. There's the Jaeger from Courtyard finding the kill. Skipper takes that, finishes out the round. Invalid drops, and Vector Sports take round 2 as the beautiful defense comes in once again from this team. They're doing very well right now when it comes to the defensive side, at least in these first 2 rounds. Mind you, people, it is just the early game that these first 2 rounds are a part of. We have 4 more to go before we just get to roll swap, and that is going to be a pretty interesting situation as well. 2-0 is the scoreline right now. The early game lead is in play from the side of VS, as round 3 is going to happen on first floor Sunrise and Blue Bar from the side of the defending team.
Well, a really great plays coming in on the side of Team Vector Sports, especially Sam with those important plays, and also how can I not forget about Cyan with the P10 Ronin angled grip and an extended barrel to get those 2 important kills. This is giving the side on Vector Sports very strong on defense on map Coastline. And now, as we are going to progress to round 3 as well, they will be defending on Blue Bar. Now, it's going to be really interesting on how the attack forms in which we see on the side of Instant Esports, especially Pendrive getting those very important early frag, taking out the players who like pushing on the side of Sunrise, getting those important kills. Quite did worked out well in their favor, but the recovery comes in on the side of Vector Sports, which is very dominant, very effective against any team that you've been seeing for the past Division 2 matchups here, and they are not going to stop, not even a single inch, and they're not going to give up any side on the side of defense just yet. So Preface will be in effect, and looks like Vamai almost about to get picked off, but I'm glad it actually did not work out again. Now EMP is going to be thrown just to make sure the Vamai's magnet is not going to work out, but that was quite unnecessary to throw the EMP right on the head of Kurosaki. So basically he will get tagged by a total of 5 HP, not that much, but still it's a waste of the EMPs using it. So a total of 3 EMPs used out, and it will work out indeed. A frag comes in from Invalid as he ends the life of Cyan, including the deployable shield on the side of Sunrise Bar, which leads to Sam all by himself playing as the Vamai. He doesn't have any deployable shield. A lot of positions being compromised. and he has to figure it out. He needs to make sure that he doesn't let any team on the side of Instant Esports to push in, as Asterisk will find one. That's Shulker off the board. Beaver comes in to save the day as he tries to save his teammates. Asterisk also go down indeed, but Pikachu, he's not going to give up just yet. Skipper is also down, making a 4-man or 3-man disadvantage with Instant Esports has a kind of opportunity for them to get back up on their feet, knowing the fact that they haven't won on a single attack. This might be their round for them to shine. Now Sam's still holding on the side of hallway. He knows that there is one playing on the side of kitchen, and he will immediately eliminate him, making it a 2v2, and he is back on the side of kitchen. But here comes the Jackal, and he gets immediately denied from Beaver as he gets the triple kill, and it's all down to Invalid. He doesn't have any frag grenades, and he has one drone to finally use that drone to his advantage to get more of this intel, but he is compromised on every location he sees, so he needs to pick this out really carefully. And with that, Sam and Beaver holding a crossfire, knowing that he is being present on the side of Sunrise Bar, he's just going to rotate back and tries to use the vertical angle at his disposal. That sledgehammer might cause a lot of possibilities for him to push out, but sad to say he won't be able to find anyone that's currently been present at the specific side on Sunrise Bar. He's just going to be pushing on the side of the blue bar, the blue stairs to hopefully give a distraction. But no, he's just basically toying around with these two operators. He's just basically shuffling it out, confusing the defenders to hopefully get a lot of confusion in as he's going to get in. The team on the side of Vector Sports know that he's going to be planting on the side of Blue Bar as a lot of pre-fires comes in, and now it's a post-plant situation. Push comes in from Cyan as he immediately eliminates him, and there you have it, a successful defense on the side of Vector Sports. 3 defense rounds in a row as they're going to be as they've successfully defended on first floor Blue Bar. Vector Sports is not going to back down now. Vector Sports 3-0 against Instinct Esports on map Coastline.
No matter how hard you push them into a corner, Vector Sports will always fight back. That is what's been happening here, ladies and gentlemen. Not just today, it's been happening throughout the entirety of this season so far. Season 5 for Vector Sports has been great in Division 2, and they're looking to continue that trend as that beautiful 2v4 came out right at the end. Even at a disadvantage, you can never count a single player of Vector Sports out of the equation whatsoever, because they will turn the situation around and make sure to win the round for their team. Sam's going to get the 6th pick out of the castle into the Mozzie as we're headed back to 2nd floor, hookah lounge and billiards room from the side of the defense right now. As round 4 is underway, 3-0. Instinct Esports not quite doing themselves justice right now with the way that they have been playing. Excuse me right there. As we got the Evil Eyes coming out from Maestro and the Echo. No, there is no Echo actually. Even though the Echo's unbanned, he won't be in play from a VS, understandably so. You know, the Echo gets banned so often, or at the very least used to get banned so often, that teams have pretty much learned to play without him. And while, you know, you can pretty much slot in the Echo for the Maestro at almost any given point, you want to make sure that you have the most advantage that operators can give you in any particular round. And Maestro's Evil Eye, ladies and gentlemen, is a gun that gives a tremendous amount of advantage to any particular team, defensive team that is, because it's an LMG. It's got 81 bullets in a single box mag that goes in, and then 160 more to go around. That's plenty of bullets to go around. And just the fire rate, the low recoil, like how much more needs to be said about this gun? It is a fantastic, fantastic weapon of choice, and Maestro having access to this is gonna make sure that he slays any enemies that dare to get too close to sight and or even plant the diffuser. However, that's a situation for later, as we've got a little bit of clearance coming in from the side of Instinct Esports. They're making sure that they get all the windows and the barricades, all the doors, that is, doors and windows broken open, that is. Drones are coming in. Beaver's location has been spotted. Shulker, he just got a goo mine ready in his pocket. He'll probably deploy that somewhere close by to the blue stairs. There's Jaeger and Sunrise, a Mozzie towards the side of offices. Mozzie, speaking of him, he's going to get one, but he's going to get taken down, refragged by Kurosaki, as Invalid was the one to go down. He's trying to find, oh, the Jaeger just a little too far up. Skipper, he had the right idea to try and find the repelling sledge. Unfortunately, his peak was just a little too far up vertically, and he needed to be just a little bit lower to get the kill. Kurosaki will take that kill, as that's a little bit unfortunate for the drone right there. Wasn't caught by Mozzie, mind you. He's going to throw that into side finally and get more intel for his teammates. Smoke's been spotted, Legion has been spotted. It's a 3 versus 4 right now, as Kurosaki has taken a bit of damage, but he is more than alive and kicking. He's very healthy right now, the man, as he's going to be trying to find the Legion in the hallway. Shots are coming out from, that is the Legion, trying to wallbang him in return. Still not finding him, and Beaver, you can just see him prone next to the reinforced wall. So patient, the man, but no shulker's going to go down in the meanwhile. That is your Legion on the board. As it pushes in from the Ash, he's going to be found by the LMG. Just as I was saying, the pre-fire capacity of this LMG is huge, but Beaver's going to be down. The smoke grenades come out, but he's not going to find anybody from the window rappel. There's somebody in the hallway. I don't think he knows this. Does the hallway operator know? No, nope, the Thatcher just walks into sight instead, and he will finally get the kill onto the smoke inside of Pink Couch. Pika ran in, took the down Maestro, and then took the final kill, as well as Instinct Esports are going to be able to clean up on round 4 on second floor hookah, ladies and gentlemen, as finally they are going to win a round. 3-1 is the score line. And the first attacking round is in from Instinct. They need to make sure they win 2 more for the 3-3 equalizer. But right now, round 5 is going to happen on second floor hookah lounge and billiards once again.
Round 5 will definitely be underway. Let's see what we've got for ourselves in this match. Cyan with the 6 pick coming in from the Kaid on to, I don't know who he's going to bring out the Goyo, in fact. And we'll be seeing the Thatcher. Oh, alright, Thatcher will be opted out and the Buck will come in. The 6 pick will be turned from a Goyo into a Captain. Looks like they want to slow down the pacing that the attackers are bringing on board, having to overwhelm the side of the defense. I don't really blame them either. You've already put 3 rounds on board in our attacker favored map. That's going great. You want that kind of a change up. You want to bring out the Captain. That does make sure that, Instinct Esports will be all the while a little careful in terms of how they approach possible entryway. Besides, speaking of entryways, there'll be denial from Sam coming in with the Mozzie as well. Definitely, we've seen Sam run the Mozzie before, and he's been amazing with it. Shulker's brought up the Legion. We got Beaver once again on the Maestro. We know about Beaver and his infamous Maestro plays, but then again, will it work out is a real question right now. Instinct Esports definitely coming alive in the last round, though. They got their stuff sorted, and that's why we see Vector Sports bring out this very immediate change, a very dynamic stuff to their playstyle, because you want to have yourself enough information about things, you want to have enough opportunities about making conversions, and we'll be seeing Skipper already going for the spawn peak. The man is out. I think he's bummed about what happened in the last round. The way he got the turnaround coming into him from the sledge and taken out. Wants to re-peak that, take revenge, from the same angle. Maybe that is what he's trying to do. I don't know. Coming back to this round, I got the bottom floor control, obviously all down to Skipper. He's actually working this out along with the monster. He's gone for a run out apparently. He's going to be finding one. Yes, that will be a sweet kill for Sam, and Sam Newell is going to find another, and Pendrive is the one who's going to be taking the fall. We did hear one of the EDDs detonate. That means the Captain Trap's already coming alive and helping the side of the defender, skipping, keeping this kind of momentum going for them. Oh god, Kurosaki's gonna spot the Maestro, but that'll be Beaver with the wall bang, comes in, gets Kurosaki. Another one. Beaver does not like to stop. You just give this man an all, and that is exactly what will be happening. Round 5 is definitely turning the favor of Vector Sports with that kind of aggression coming in from them. A 1 vs 5 ace clutch will be tagging up the Maestro, will be getting the lead. Shulker takes the fall. Does for the Jaeger, does not, at least now she surely does. We're seeing the Mozzie come in as well. There's a really boxed out spot with the Zotac to fight it. They're still going to continue the fight. He's going to get a frag in. There'll be another one. No, there'll still not be, and that's the kill for Skip instead. And quite the play we did get to see, and Vector Sports will be putting another round on board. 4-1 is indeed the score line. Huge round conversions coming in for Vector Sports, but let's see if they can keep the kill death ratio better or not. Going ahead, Round 6, let's see what happens. So we got the last round coming in for the role swap. Let's see how things take a turn, or will that just be Vector Sports taking this match all the while for match point for themselves?
Well, one thing is for certain, they are trying out a few unorthodox things right here because they are headed to Penthouse, ladies and gentlemen. Penthouse and Theater on a second floor on round 6, the last round before the role swap, as we've got the Ianas being 6th picked out by Pendrive and the Jaeger being 6th picked in by Sam. There's the Ash being brought in as well to the attacking roster, as right now it is going to be pretty interesting between both of these teams. Penthouse, you normally like to see a Mira here. However, the Mira is not in play today. Of course, she's been banned off the match. And there is no Goyo. You know, sometimes when we've seen Penthouse strats come out, they have a Goyo in play, but Sam, okay, is running the M830 shotgun. Pretty interesting decision right there. I wouldn't disagree normally because it is a pretty powerful shotgun. Anybody who's recruit rushed ever in Rainbow Six will know, or just played the shotgun in general will know. And overall, the M870 is, yeah, it's pretty powerful. It does its job at breaching. It does its job when it comes to killing attackers, and just overall a fantastic gun. But I'm still a little surprised to see Sam bring it out. He might just be able to, yeah, just be able to make something special off of this. We'll have to see, as Vector Sports are going to be looking to take this 5-1 into roll swap. While Instinct Esports, of course, will be... Wait a minute. Saiyan? Okay. That is pretty interesting placement of a Maestro camera. Looks like Vector Sports are trying out something here, as he's able to get away with that as well. It's a pretty... Okay, it's an extended defensive hold right here, coming in from the side of VS. They don't want to sit inside. They want to make sure that they have rotates out of sight. The utilities are being placed away from it, as well as even if the attackers get into sight, there's plenty of room to make a retake happen. It's pretty much the strategy they're working with right now, as we're going to move slowly but surely into the 2-minute 20 mark. Beaver, the Wamai holding on 90 hallway, facing the side of Hookah Billiards with the Wamai Magnus that'll be slowly going out, and of course an ADS to make sure his shield remains safe. Skipper, he's going to go for the run out. Will he find one? Yeah, no, okay, I lost my words right there. I said he found one. Oh, he got one, actually. Kurosaki finds Sam, but the Maestro's in. There you go. Beaver's going to take the refrag in for his teammates, as, yeah, the Doc is out the board, so is the Jaeger, and there goes the Zofia as well. And it's had a temporary lapse in concentration. I do apologize for that, folks, as Invalid is going to take down Shulker. In the meanwhile, that's another big drop. That leaves Beaver and Saiyan caught in a 2v4, as the drone's going to come out. But that drone, I don't think went where it was supposed to from the... Yeah, that drone actually did go where it was supposed to from the Capital, but Maestro's busy fighting somebody else. This could be the chance for Asterix to come in and take a kill if, of course, Saiyan is otherwise preoccupied. Shots being fired, and Beaver's going to go down by Pika, and there goes the Maestro, as Saiyan will drop. Asterix does take the kill eventually, and the Maestro drops, which means the side of Instinct Esports are going to be able to take second floor Penthouse on round 6, and are going to be able to finish off this... the first half of the game and go into roll swap 4-2, 2-4 down, that is, 4-2 in the favor of Vector Sports. Round 7 will be underway. We're headed back to second floor Hookah Lounge and Billiards, ladies and gentlemen. As we have a quick look at the scoreboard, of course, 6 and 6 apiece from Sam and Invalid, as they're pretty much topping the leaderboards in terms of kills. But again, Siege ain't just about kills. It's also about support. It's about intel, callouts. There's just so many other factors that go into this game. Invalid, 6 picks out of the Omai into the smoke, and Hookah Lounge and Billiards is the side of choice on round 7 roll swap.
That is indeed going to be a thing here. We've got some amazing turnarounds here. Instant Esports coming in with that very strong round. And it's been the case for them. Let's see if they're able to perform, and it happens to be on the defensive side though. That's the real question right now, because Vector Sports, they look very comfortable. They had a little bit of a, I would say, not a great, not the best of the balances when it came to holding it on the last round. But then again, the roll swap is, and we're taking a quick look at the scoreboard. That's obviously the first, after the first round rehost. We've got 6 frags for Invalid and Sam, and there you go, Kurosaki will lose a little bit of HP with one of those impacts hitting him. He's going to get himself healed right back up. And Pika will only have 2 more stim pistols left for himself. Let's see going ahead what we are seeing with the sports bringing out today, because they're definitely, like Yaki said, Blackjack, they've been enjoying their time while they're in Division 2. They've definitely been demolishing all the teams out here, but except for Team Oh Yeah, who sit above them right now. But after this match win, it'll be Vector Sports sitting above them, or yeah, above them. In fact, yes, actually, yeah. Got OES sitting on 12 points while Vector Sports is only on 9 so far. But OES played larger number of matches than Vector Sports, and that's what puts them there. But look at that. Asterix will be connecting that shot, and that will be Skipper taking the fall. A huge fall indeed, but there's the Jackal to refrag. I almost thought Sam lost that fight as well, and yes, he almost did indeed. Look at the HP on the man. He still won that. It's a huge feat for himself in it already. We got the IQ Beaver making sure all of those ADSs and whatnot through the floorboard will get taken on the soft floorboard, making the best use of it. In fact, Pika meanwhile is holding up blue stairs all by himself. That's pretty much all that he needs, honestly. You want to put somebody with high frag potential on those stairs. You want to hold those triple or maybe sometimes quadruple angles that you happen to peak when you happen to expose yourselves from that little angle on the stairway. But yeah, let's see if Pika will be able to find a kill or not. For the moment, it's going to be a force for established equalized man count. It's not exactly the best state for the Jackal to take gunfights in, but he can definitely provide much more. He's got 2 more smoke grenades for himself as well, and also obviously the Inox for detecting the footprints of the defenders. Let's see going ahead if that'll be put to use or not. The IK trying to get these bandit batteries. Beaver definitely got the battery, but that's also compromised position. In that little process, we've got Kurosaki coming here with the long rotate. He'll be the only one on flank, and that means he's got to also be the only one who happens to make the most influential play and time that to perfection. You got 2 people coming in from the side of Aquarium. That's going to be from the side of Vector Sports. There's going to be a Rappler, that is Jackal. Perfect position being used. Zofta will be down, but it provides so much more damage, and that's the damage done. Invalid takes the fall, but Kurosaki is going to get a frag, but Invalid is healed right back up because they have the Dawkins to play, and that's one hell of a fight. Yashi is going to push up, and she's going to get that frag. That's going to be Shulker, in fact, bringing back the equalizer, but that's definitely something that they wanted to convert, was Invalid taking the fall, because now not only is he back as with the shotgun and the submachine in hand, he's still got 2 more gas grenades left for himself. 1 out, 1 more to go. White Peak is in, and that will be Pendrive getting the kill onto Sam. He was rappelling, he was on 1 HP. Nothing he could do, and this falling apart a little too quickly for Vector Sports. They know that they've got to go frag ahead here. 15 seconds left, the push is Ash gets frag, does not get the second, not yet, but meanwhile, Sainz gonna get one though. He wants to stick this plan with Speaker. 1 versus 2, can't get the denial, but that will be the kill for Saiyan, and Vector Sports will be staying alive despite the frag. Heavy attempt from the side of Esports comes alive. It is Vector Sports who says they're just better at those gunfights, and that is exactly what that single round portrayed to us. Round 7 will be taken away by Vector Sports in a very odd turn of events. Round 8 will be on the way. We've got 5 to do, and 1 round away we sit from match point for Vector Sports.
What a round victory coming in from the side of VS. Even when things looked down and out for them, it did not quite work out for the side of Instinct Esports. Vector Sports using every single piece of utility and, of course, the intel to their advantage to shut down what could have otherwise been a good round for Instinct Esports. Unfortunately, they didn't hold on well enough at the end of the round to stop VS from running away with it. Right now, it is a 5-2 on the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen, as a round 8 is in play. And just like Foxy said, the side of Vector, they sit 1 round away from match point, 2 rounds away from victory, while Instinct Esports have a massive hill to climb right now, because they need to win 3 rounds back-to-back to equalize before they can even think about going for match point. The Dogs debating whether or not to heal himself back up. He did take a bit of damage from a rogue impact. Well, not a rogue impact. That impact was meant to open up the rotate on the blue stairs, as it did. But it still hit the Dog for a little bit as he was just making his commute back to site from down below, having put down a bit of barbed wire. All that being said, action phase is going to be in play. Doc has, in fact, stemmed himself, overhealed himself, but not gone for a spawn peak as the memes go. We won't be seeing that, at least not yet, from the side of Instinct Esports, as we may have had the Jaeger going for a spawn peak, potentially. Asterix, I wouldn't put it past him. as shots were fired in his general direction as we switched to a cam that looked in his general direction as well. He's got another defender for support here. The hatch on Aquarium is also open, so pushing offices will be hard for the side of Vector Sports as the GS9 brothers are holding down inside of offices and through security room. A long angle being held by the Bandit. Will he be spotted though? The pre-fire was in, but Sam with the PDW on the Jackal didn't quite see him in time. The Jaeger's gonna rotate that way, but there's Ash to find 152. Shulker starts things off huge as Asterix and Kurosaki are gonna go down, and the Ash with that beautiful double kill to start things off as Sam is gonna ramp things up, excuse me, with the kill onto Invalid, leaving Peak and Pendra the last two remaining as the Echo takes a bit of damage from the repelling Sam, I assume that is, or whoever that is. That could be a repel, it could be vertical from Buck as a flashbang comes in from blue stairs. As the dog is still going to peek. That Shulker's low. He's going to be down, but the refrag is in instantly from the Zofia, who gets refragged instantly by the Echo. 1v3. Pendrive. He's gotten one. He needs to find three more. Saiyan, Sam, and Beaver. There's somebody coming up on the big window rappel. There's somebody coming up from below. That's the Buck. Saiyan playing vertical. Smoke canisters are in. That's Jackal, who's going to be going for the plant any second now. He's got an Echo drone. He can deny it for the time being. Sees the head of the IQ. Unfortunately, he's unable to take the kill. Sam, he plants. No, he's baiting. He's going to go for it again. He's still baiting, but it doesn't matter because the smoke cleared and Saiyan was there to take the kill on through Aquarium. The cover was in from two operators. And as the Echo peaked, ooh, that connect. Oh, you love to see it from Vector Sports. They win round 8. They go to match point, having 1 second for a hookah twice. And now Instinct Esports are in a huge spot of bother. They are 4 rounds down, and they need to win 4 rounds to equalize here on the map. And while the side of Vector Sports, they just need 1. 6-2 is the scoreline as Vector Sports are here in the lead, ladies and gentlemen. And not only is it a lead, it is a huge lead as we have the Amaru being 6 picked in out of the Maverick from Sam, bringing in a little bit of a surprise element. And yeah, overall, it should be pretty interesting to see how the Amaru's Barton play as we are now on first floor kitchen right here. And it, again, with the castle in play, it should be an interesting interaction that we get to see between the Amaru and the castle, if that happens at all, you know. As Amaru, I don't know why I said interesting interaction, because Amaru cannot go through castle barricades. It's pretty much impossible, as you pretty much, what would happen to Amaru is that she would just face plant on the castle barricade, then on the floor. And if it's on a particularly tall building, then, well, that's just unfortunate. But, you know, speculations aside, Instinct Esports, they need to win 4 rounds to equalize and push for overtime. 4 rounds of the very best Rainbow Six Siege that they have to pull out for themselves if they want to make sure that they are still alive in this game. Vector Sports, in the meanwhile, again, they just need to win 1 round. Doesn't mean they can get complacent, though, because if they do, they will lose the rounds, and before they know it, overtime will be in play. As saying, the Buck is already above towards the hookah deck. He's going to be making vertical plays happen as Sam is pushed into offices. He's going to have support from his teammate, the Ash, who's going to move in as Kurosaki is going to find Skipper. In the meanwhile, that's a pretty big opening drop right there from the Mozzie. The Jaeger, however, will be found by Shulker. That's a pretty big drop as well. As now, probably what's next is they're going to go for the operator inside of Sunrise. C4 comes out, but it's not going to find anything. Kurosaki's done instead a huge amount of damage to himself as he's trying to stay alive at all costs. Beaver is droned out where the Mozzie's playing. An Ash Charge comes out, the down's in, and the kill's in from Saiyan as Kurosaki will be refragged onto after being chased around Sunrise to hell and back. And unfortunately, he'll be taken off the board. 1 gas canister went out from the smoke in the meanwhile. Not a whole lot. Nothing big coming out just yet of that, but Asterix, he's on the flank. The alibi coming through Sunroom right now could pull off something big if he's stealthy enough. He's pulling up slowly on the office door. Shots are going to be fired, and he's going to find the Ash to start things off, equalizes the man count, and then books it back through Sunroom because he knows Asterix, he's done enough, and he just needs to pull back and stay still for a little bit. Sam inside of a Sunrise Bar trying to find these angles if he can onto the defenders, but he's not able to find them just yet as the smoke is playing pretty close to the kitchen door. Sane, in the meanwhile, he's opened up an angle all the way through through to courtyard to the reception door. He's going to be looking to find that alibi. Not quite. A gas canister comes out as vertical lens are being opened, but nothing coming off of that as Beaver, excuse me, is busy breaking the castle barricade on the kitchen. Window shots are fired. Sane's going to find Pentav in the meanwhile. Drop one as Sam's in with G8. However, he's out of bullets. He reloads. He's going to come back in as alibi is going to find one instead. Sane goes down. Will he find another one? No, he's going to get refragged for his trouble as it's down to the 1v2. Beaver and Sam versus Pika. The castle. He's got to come in, he's going to peek, and he's going to be taken down as well, as Vector Sports is still going to win round 9. They had some troubles coming in from the alibi. Asterix gave it his all. The side of Instinct gave it their all, but unfortunately, it was not to be, as Vector Sports are pretty much going to sweep over the side of Instinct Esports today. They win Coastline 7-2. And what a game it was, ladies and gentlemen. Vector Sports with the beautiful plays right there. 9-9 apiece to Sam and Saiyan. 6-5-3 from the rest. As it was a great game. Shout out to Instinct Esports for giving it their all. They had a good effort in there. Unfortunately, it was not the effort that brought them anywhere close to a victory. But more on that from our analyst, Baba Gusto, over the analyst as Baba. A very quick game indeed, wasn't it?
I mean, it was a pretty quick and indeed. Vector Sports, for a moment there, I actually wanted to see how well Vector Sports is going to be performing when they go on defense first, while they go on attack on the second half. But looks like Vector Sports they've actually got it covered. I mean, what more can I say about it? On round 4, we actually did see Kurosaki having some great attention on flank when he was on attack. A really good use of, the sound cues, knowing the fact that Skipper was, at the Sunrise Bar, opening up the window, go for the connect, but it still did not quite work out well in their favor. Getting those 2 important kills, I definitely have to say they were quite stepping it up on the side of Instinct Esports. They were doing really quite well, but in the end it didn't quite worked out quite in their favor, winning only 2 rounds on attack, in which especially on round 6, which is quite unusual. And for a moment there I was like, yes, it was quite interesting to see a different operator specs, where I actually saw Shulker playing as the operator, the Oryx, and Sam using the M8 shotgun. It was the most unusual thing was Maestro Cam being placed on the VIP balcony, in which Beaver was playing that. It didn't quite work out in the end. Kurosaki, 2 important kills when he got control of the VIP balcony, and with Invalid to entirely clean up the round. And how can I not forget about pen drive? Who needs a floppy disk when you have a pen drive? Am I right? Okay, I shouldn't have said that. I do have to apologize really bit, because I know floppy disk is quite the important thing, because it actually originally arrived on 1990s. All right, without floppy disk there wouldn't be a compact disk. Without compact disk there wouldn't be pen drive. Without pen drive there wouldn't be a hard disk. So yes, I still have to respect the history given according to the technology wise, but it was basically just a joke. But according to how performance when it comes to pen drive, he is really excellent. We actually did see him a great timing on the hookah launch, in which he was actually waiting for the right movement to go for the run out and take out a certain operator who was immediately rappelling in on the billiards window, in which he actually the timing on the side of Instinct Esports were really good, but when it comes to on the execution on the site, Instinct Esports failed and Vector Sports prevailed, which leads Vector Sports on a miraculous victory, 4-0 in their favor, undefeated on Division 2. As on Team Instinct Esports, they are going to be adding a loss tally, which is going to be 1-3. So yeah, it is it's quite saddening to see Instinct Esports with such great caliber losing up against Vector Sports. They are currently in the danger zone, Jack.
Thank you very much for that analysis of the game, Babagustas. We are going to take a short break before we come back with the last game of the night. Battrib Esports will be taking on Team Area 69. A very exciting game coming up very shortly to all of our screens soon. Stay tuned.
Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now, as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire Esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 50F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who makes some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Power C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead! Flashback!
What's up, guys? Captain.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the W Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with TEC, Fibernet, Zotac Gaming and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host and admin, Foxy, and our analyst, Baba Gusta, as we are here for the last game of Day 4 of Division 2 in Season 5. It is Team Area 69 taking on Matchday Esports. A very nice game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get right into it, a quick reminder to all of our viewers to check out the socials of the Esports Club on Facebook and Instagram, and the link down in the description below for the giveaway of a limited edition Rainbow Six Siege PC featuring a Siege-themed cabinet from NZXT. There's only 500 of these around the world, so if you want to have a chance of winning one of these for yourselves, check out the Esports Club on Instagram and Facebook, and the link down in the description below for the details on how to enter yourselves into this giveaway. With all of that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, it is a very exciting game that we have on our hands as we're already in the band phase. But more about this game from our analyst, Baba Gusta, over at the analyst. As Baba, the mic is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Jack, and it is going to be an interesting match indeed. Bad Trip Esports going up against Team Area 69. Now, coming back on the side of Bad Trip Esports, if we just check their season-wise, they have only lost one match, and that was the previous match indeed, losing against Vector Sports in Map Villa. Now, coming back to the most, history that have been made on the side of TEC Rainbow Six Siege, Dark Lord with a total of 24 kills against Havocs on map Coastline. It is not Coastline, it is basically Consulate, in which we actually did get to see that miraculous, record happening on at this specific tournament on TEC Rainbow Six Siege. It was quite a fascinating view to see it, but with that, let's hope if we get to see that record being broken down. Now, coming on the side of Team Area 69, they are currently in 4th place. They've have a win-loss ratio of 2:2. Especially on the map, when they actually going up against Team Area 69 versus Team Moha. It was a really great performance showing up on the side of Oxy and Spider Time on attack against Team Moha. Well, on the side when they were actually going up against a Team Oye on the previous matchup, they weren't up to the task. Now, coming up to the community votes, we're going to be seeing quite not that much similarities coming in. Bad Trip Esports 54%, whereas on the side of Team Area 69, it is going to be around 46%. So looks like the viewers are favoring on the side of Team Bad Trip Esports. Now, I'm not going to deny, we've seen some great plays coming in from Bad Trip Esports, especially Shrisha, Dash, and how can I not forget about Dark Lord himself. We get to see some great plays coming in. And also on the side of Team Area 69, indeed, Aussie and Aussie and Spider Time, both of them getting those great early frags on the side of attack. Let's see how well that they're going to be going down against Bad Trip Esports.
Absolutely well said right there, Baba. Thank you for the analysis of the game. And we are actually underway with round 1. However, Matchday Esports are in a bit of a spot on the defense. They did take Kitchen Dining. However, they are a man short. Dark Lord himself, the man with the record, is unfortunately not going to be able to play in this round because he had a disconnect in the pick phase, and then he is back, but unfortunately he took a little too long to get back. That's why he's only there as a ghost in the cameras and not in the actual round itself. We've got Shrisha Jet, the new Ash, who's running around in red stairs right now, roaming for his team, as the Pulse is going to be gathering a ton of intel using his cardiac sensor, but can't really act on the C4 just yet. Has to wait for the attackers to jump in the second floor, and then the C4 is really going to come out. He's just going to be yellow pinging until then, and he'll be able to make a play happen any second now. There is Ivis, the IQ, mind you. He's still safe, but that C4 is going to find anybody. No, it's not. Tertio takes a load of damage, but he's still alive, and more than alive for that matter. He is only just a little bit low on HP. Austin's going to find his Street in the meanwhile. The Roamers have the board. There's your Romai down as the Twitch drone is trying to find where these mute jammers are. Vertical lines aside are being opened. The IQ's taking down Defender Utility as it is A3 versus 5 already. Bad Trip Esports not exactly in the best position as there's a down coming in from the mute. Spider Time, he's going to be blown up. Yes, he will. In front of C4, barely connects as Flame Blame's going to take down Tertian in the meanwhile. Actually, now that I look at it, in front of C4 connected onto somebody else, not that down Spidey Time. The pistols out from the Twitch, but the UMP will win that gunfight as Flame Blame's going to take down Aussie in the meanwhile. It's now effectively a 1 versus 3 for Zizzy or Cherry to clutch it out for his team. However, Flame Blame is low on HP. Zizzy could find this kill any second now. If he does, he's going down the back stairs. The Pulse knows where she's coming from. The Nomad, that is. Shots are going to be fired, but not going to find this particular operator just yet. The Nomad pushing up as there's no revive onto Spider Time. He's alone up there, bleeding away, and probably going to bleed to death any second now as an air jab comes in to stop the Pulse from rotating through the barrel rooms. Oh, it's a little too late. Infernus' kill will still be confirmed, and he will actually get another one. Fast speaking quickly onto the Nomad, who just popped up. He held the angle for a while, and then as soon as he saw the head, boom. There you go. Kill confirmed. Round over. Moving on to round 2 as Batrip Esports are going to take round 1. And even at the disadvantage, they pulled off a fantastic defensive round. We're going to be heading to second floor trophy room statutory on round 2.
Second floor statue and trophy room will indeed be the side for the side of Batrip Esports after a very good defense. In fact, despite the man disadvantages they happened to have Dark Lord disconnect in the beginning, didn't really matter for them. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they did make the round count. We got a huge turnaround of things, in fact, in the middle of the round with that play from the side of Batrip, honestly. With Infernus, with that SMG-11, the double kill and the C4 as well. Really, really well done. It did. So what happened to the C4 is he happened to claim a life with it, and the downed operator that was down remained down, and that was a free kill that he got with the C4. It was a little too quick for us to understand that at that point, but yeah. Then going back, I just gave it a thought on what happened, and yeah, that's exactly what went down. But yeah, coming back to this match, we got Dash running the Maestro again. I've seen Dash play Maestro quite a bit, and some famous clutches being pulled out with that as well. Let's see if that kind of play we get to see from Dash today or not. But a very interesting part, except from the fact that the Vamai is running a suppressor on the AUG. The fact that Srisha was playing the roaming Vamai, not the best use of Vamai, honestly. But then again, we didn't see Srisha doing a whole lot of damage as well. So I wouldn't really say that was one of the that was the best of decisions to be making. But we'll be seeing an extended hold coming in from the side of Batrip Esports, so all the way on the side of Mainstays and Study. Yeah, it's going to be from the Vamai. That's in fact one of the best uses you can put him to, with all that shield, with all of that utility he has for himself. We'll be seeing the Jaeger. He's with the Vamai as well, Dark Lord and Srisha making sure they use this. So you got 4 reinforcements employed all the way on that side. That means the side reinforcements will be lacking a little bit. No, not really. They got the reinforcements economy perfectly done, and there you go. They got everything covered. That's what I'm trying to account here for. Seeing the Ash make her way inside, it's gonna get spotted. There's so many things that he's got to watch. And there you go, he's gonna come in with the Ash shot, he's gonna get it. Eewee's Miwan is gonna be on the IQ. The push-up is being anticipated by Dark Lord and Srisha for that matter, but they're still waiting and holding down on this angle strong, because you don't want to be picking up a fight that might not end up to be in your favor. Trying to get rid of this very, very important shield for the side of the defenses. Srisha tries to move his way back. He did do the damage before he happened to fall back from the shield, and now the concussion grenades are coming in from the Zofia as well. He's got to be very scared about this. The Vamai on the other side, he'll be watching the cross angle for the Jaeger in case a push-up happens, but he's getting dagged along, and that was indeed a wallbang from the Ash. Oxy, very aggressive right now. Srisha definitely taking the heat and just not able to survive to that, at least not for the moment. We'll be seeing a possible wallbang coming in as well, but there's so many fights that these attackers are having to take in. It might come down to a frag frenzy that they've got to win as well. Huge place. Flamelin is going to get one. He does not get the other, but the frag is right back in from the side of Dark Lord. That's going to be the Jaeger pushing up aggressively. He's still got to find the pushing Hibana. He's not going to win that fight. The Hibana takes that away, and that's the cleanup for them. They've still got to worry about Srisha. He's playing all the way on the side of the bar. The Vamai is not being taken care of, and as I speak about it, Srisha will take the fall. But that's already more than enough time wasted. But no, as I speak about it, it's going to be Infernus losing his life. It's all under Dash now in a 1 versus 3. I was speaking about his clutch play in the prep phase. Will he be able to get this clutch done is the real question right now. A 1 versus 3. He's got the side entrance covered. He's going to get the diffuser dropped as well. That's going to be the first kill. And Cherry is going to take the fall. We're still seeing the long angle being employed by Spidey Time. It's going to be a really huge play that Dash allowed to make in case he wants to escape from the crosshairs of Spidey Time and Evis for that matter. The plant will be going down by the IQ. We got the push-up coming in from Dash. He's still going to be playing this a little too passive, but the aggression coming in is going to get the down to the Hibana and the kill as well. It's a 1-1 in the post plan. The plan did successfully go down though by the IQ. By the time Dash was basically converting that into a kill, he's actually going to go for the counter defuse already. And Evis knows this. He's going to push up, and that'll be the kill for Dash. He gets the 1 versus 3 clutch done, people. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Dash has been such an influential player for Bad Trip Esports. Just brings out another round. Round 2 goes to Bad Trip Esports just because of this man. That's coming in from him, the maestro with the Alda on the hands of Dash. Unstoppable, something you don't get to see every day, but then again, it's just a piece of cake for the man. Really well done, 0-2. Good advantage that Bad Trip Esports has secured for themselves, but let's see if Team Area 69 will be able to stand up against what they've been performing so far.
2-0 for Bad Trip Esports on the back of Dash, making a absolutely wonderful clutch right there from the man, the 1v2 between LMGs, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, because it was the Maestro with his Alda versus the IQ with her G8A1, and the Alda ends up winning over that other LMG. The G8A1's fantastic, but come on, nothing stands to the Alda, unless of course it's the 6P41. That's Fuse and Finka's LMG. That's what I'm particularly partial to. At this point, I might as well come out as a Russian, because I just love everything Russian in this game. The Russian sides, the Russian operators, the Russian guns. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be room for that. I'm really looking forward to that as well. Regardless, second floor, Aviator and Games Room is going to be the site of choice from the side of the defense right here, as Bad Trip Esports are going to look to take the momentum that they have right now and increase it to the speed of a steam engine rolling over its teammates. Excuse me, it's 10 seconds to go. Okay, yeah, not rolling over its teammates. I just realized what I said. Why am I saying the weirdest things today? I guess my head's on track or not. Anyway, round 3 is going to be underway. We're going to have talk about that later, post stream, ladies and gentlemen. That's a conversation for later.
It looks like you're happening to miss the Mondays quite a bit, Blackjack, huh?
Could be. But that's just a theory.
That's just a theory indeed, yeah. Coming back to this match, I'm sure Blackjack, you must be very excited into this match, just because the fact that this happens to be Division 2 already puts it up on that little bit of a level there. Not because it's the mid tier, just because it happens to be the most exciting tier, and that's what we all love to see. We're already seeing gas canisters being employed for some reason. I'm not sure. That's huge utility taken off the board already for the side of Infernus. But coming to these two teams, we definitely have a huge match coming up right now. That is also to close down our week 2 for Division 2 as well. This is indeed the final match for it. But I'm definitely sure it's going to get a whole lot more exciting as we're switching over the mic to Blackjack, asking you the same question. How excited are you for this match? Because usually you get to ask me that, I don't get to ask you that, and I want to know. This is a very interesting match.
Turning the tables on me, are we, Foxy? But yeah, it is a good question. It is a good question regardless. I am very excited for the matches coming up. Division 1, ladies and gentlemen, is a huge division, but we're going to wait for that as Dark Lord is starting things off already. Getting a kill onto Spidey Time. One of the more influential players on the side of Team Area 69 is off the board. Your IQ's down as well. That is going to be a huge drop on the red carpet stairs as the Nomad is trying to come in to try and take a refrag onto the Jaeger. Not going to find him any second soon because the Jaeger managed to book it out of the hallway, at least for the time being. Well, we have defenders inside the side who are making life hard for these attackers trying to push side. Shots being fired from below as well. Those are random shots, mind you, that the Jaeger's pre-firing away at. Oh, Tertio, he gets the kill onto Shrisha, who happened to peek that angle, unfortunately unaware of the fact that there was a defender, an attacker, peeking that exact angle back at him. The Womai goes down. Zofia Laffens are going off. Dash is trying to fire on both fronts, mind you. As the Flame Blame is down below, there's the smoke to be taken off the board. The gas canister will no longer be in play as the Maestro is going to be pre-firing, but he's not going to find anybody as the plant goes off. In the meanwhile, Aussie, he's down inside the vault. He will probably be revived as the C4 comes in onto the landing hallway, but it will not find anybody as Flame Blame C4 has been taken out of the board. Dark Lord goes down. It's a triple kill for Tertio. He wants to find the quad as Flame Blame excuse me right there, is the last one standing in a 1v3. So long as Aussie doesn't get revived, of course. Pre-fires it a bit, gives away his location to the Thermite, who's standing pretty close to this door. But there's somebody's at a vault, that's Zofia, and the kill will be confirmed. Tertio takes Flame Blame off the board, as Team Area 69 will finally put a round on board for themselves. No 1v2s or 1v3s today. It is Team Area 69's attack who are going to be winning over Batship Esports' defense. Round 4 is in place, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to be heading back to second floor AVG from BTE, and it is round 4.
That's a very important run coming in from the side of Team Area 69. Honestly, they needed that. More importantly, shutting down the momentum that Batship Esports are starting to build up for themselves, you know. Having the clutch come in as well definitely put them up so much high in that morale boost. Meanwhile, for the moment, we'll be seeing a 6-pick coming in for the side of Flame Blame. The pulse of this time around on Villa will be unbanned. That's huge. We don't get to see the pulse being employed more than often when it comes to a map like Villa. But let's see this time around what will be having to face. So let's see how that turns out. We've got Dash. He's going to be bringing out the Legion, and no Maestro, please, this time. Got them going back to the dining and kitchen area. I wouldn't really blame them. No smoke as well. You've not got a whole lot of denial except for how you want to play this side around. And I'm not a fan of the roaming for my, honestly, that's been brought up by Srisha. Let's see if that's still going to be the case or not. Going ahead in this match has not exactly been the great rundown for them so far. Taking a quick look at the scoreboard as well. A Tertiary on 5 frags for his team, highest frag by Flame Blame on his team, along with Dash and Infernus will be on 3 each. So wouldn't really say that the scoreboard defines a whole lot, because obviously we're only 4 rounds into the match. And going ahead, we'll be seeing a whole lot more of that. Let's see what this match holds, in fact. Excuse me there. Round 4 underway. Oxy will be making his way, and he's got the Ash. We've got the IQ running on Spidey time as well. Definitely very influential operators, both of them. We'll be trading off so much more information. I like the emphasis that Spidey time will be bringing out as the IQ, because you got Flame Flame's cardiac sensor that you can spot, you know, a direct counter to the pulse. You've got dashes, Guma, which will be very influential for stopping the path of the attack for the side of the defense, will get spotted out as well. And that means so much more dynamic is going to come down in this match as we go ahead. We've got Zizi, he's running the Nomad. We're going to throw out the drone first. We got some, looks like there's been some, alright, the side is obviously down below, but the top floor influence that I'm getting to see from the side of the attack is not much except for the Nomad right outside the bathroom by a master bedroom doorway. We'll be seeing the push happen from the side of the attack onto the main wall that they want to get breached. That is going to be Laundry, but already the push from CC has happened. Spidey time meanwhile takes the fall, and there's a Dark Lord is getting another for him, but there's the my charges and ADS whatnot. He's going to barely escape, but meanwhile in front of us is going to find another, and Batship Esports has definitely come alive with the aggression here, getting those frags in. There goes another one. Push up from Zizi. He's very confused right now on where to find the Dark Lord. He's afraid of a possible crossfire. That's why he's going to look all the way on the side of Astro, but he's pushing up close. He does not know this. Dark Lord finally gets the advantage, but he does not convert it. Finally, he will get that kill, and that's going to be the one for him. He gets the second kill for him so far. Barely makes it out of the Meanwhile, Oxy, though, he's going to find onto a kill. The mute, that's going to be in front of second on the board, gets the default cam back in. He's put himself in a 1 versus 3 clutch position. He's got to find 3 defenders, but first, he's going to get tagged along by Dark Lord. Heavy damage that is being done right now. Along with the goo mine, he's going to take that off and rotate right back in. He's just going to reload. Wants to go to the mud room all the way from the bikes. He's going to go for a long rotate. He wants to go and peek this little rotation, but that is something Batship Esports already knows that he's doing with the audio cues that are given out by the movement of the Ash. The white peak will be in. He's not going to get the first strike. He will. That'll be the pulse taking the fall. He's still got to find 2 more kills. The Flame is down for the count, but Dash and Darkler, both of them will be guarding the diffuser because that is something that the Ash does not have. And the defenders know that. They're going to be playing this with their minds. They're going to be playing outplaying the Ash, in fact, if they happen to convert this into something useful. Oxy, you know, there's an ADS right beside. We can take that out. There we go. Coming with the flash. Going to go in with the push. He's going to get the frag onto the Legion as well. That's huge. He might as well be able to get this. But no, there's Dark Lord once again. Very influential for his team. Batship Esports staying alive all by the plays of one player. And it's coming down to that one player shining. No, I would take it. I would take that any day just because you happen to be such an influential player for your team. You want to put that kind of skill out. You want to make sure that everybody knows it, and that's what the scoreboard shows as well. We got 3-1 in the favor of Battle Esports. Our team are 6-9. Definitely need to, they need to come a little closer to the kind of finishes that we've been seeing the rounds happen to come to. That being said, over to you, Blackjack. How do you think round 5 is going to fare?
Well, the way it's going, we might just see yet another clutch coming in from the side of Battery Esports. I'm just joking, of course. You want to make sure that you have as much of a comfortable round win as you can. But just like you said, Foxy, given a situation where there is only one operator alive, or maybe say 2 operators alive against any number of opponent operators, you want that clutch over a round loss any day of the week. That just goes without saying. And Battery Esports, they're going to be taking these rounds in their stride, knowing for the fact that they nearly messed up twice in these first 5 rounds already, but they were saved by Dash and then Dark Lord, the Maestro, and of course the Jaeger in those respective rounds, just as they are the Maestro and the Jaeger in this round as well. Ella on a bit of a drone hunt. Shrisha right there, making sure that the drone economy for Area 69 is gonna have seen better days. As we have a quick look at the scoreboard. Well, we did for just a quick second. 5-2 Tertio and Aussie, I believe that was, sharing kills respectively for the side of Team Area 69. Not terribly. These rounds that Area 69 have had haven't exactly gone terribly. However, they could have been better. They could have definitely been played better towards the end round, towards the mid round, or even in the early round where they needed to get the roamers, and maybe they sort of emphasized a bit too hard on the roam clear. They may have tried to throw a little bit too much at a couple of roamers, which ended in them losing more than they would have liked. There's a lot of variables that go into a roam clear push when it comes to an attacking team. So, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how they manage this round right now. Shrisha, ballsy, he is going to go peek the 90 window and going to pull back as well just in time to save his skin, because the IQ came up not too long after, trying to put a wall bang in his direction as flashbacks are coming off towards the side of AVG from the office area. Spidey time. He's trying to find where this L is playing. Not going to find him just yet, but marks are coming off on Vault, the general direction of where the L is playing. But there's Dark Lord here as well, as the drone comes out from the ass. This is Ophelia is going to come in for the peak. He's going to be seen, and he's going to be taken off the board as Tertio drops. Dark Lord starts things off yet again. The man is just unstoppable, ladies and gentlemen, as he's found one. There's a prone peeking Ash Aussie here on the study door. He's going to hold it down for a while his teammates are going to try and fight the other defenders in and around AVG. Ella's been spotted rotating into Vault, but that's only a spot. The Gershmart goes off. Aussie's going to find Dark Lord in the meanwhile. Flameblade's going to find Spidey time as Shrisha goes down to Aussie as well. Aussie with the double. Will he find a triple? Not quite. Barely avoids taking Thermite's head off while trying to find Smoke, as it is a 3 versus 3. 2 very influential operators have been dropped, but Infernus, Dash, and Flameblade are still alive, while Aussie, Ivis, and Zizzy, or Cherry, are going to be pushing into site any second now. Drones are still coming in. There's going to be a little bit of utility clearance, as well as Aussie's going to go for the flank watch, while Zizzy and the Thermite are trying to push into sight. There's going to be, of course, a air jab going on the red carpet stairs, one probably behind themselves. Otherwise, unless, of course, there's a Claymore back there. As Ivis, he's lining up the entryway. Flashbangs are coming into deny ADS as the smoke has been flashed to all eternity, but he's still alive. That's really what matters. Gas cancer goes out, but that may have been thrown a bit too far as he'll be blown up from below. Aussie's going to take that kill. Trading intel for kills right there, as it's now a 3v2 in favor of Team Area 69. They're slowly but surely pushing it aside. Trophy room might just go in their favor, as they are going to make sure to make this play happen. Flame, he's playing around Astronomy, so is Dash. They've both got good positions, and they probably have an Evil Eye alive to try and deny the plant from the side of Area 69. One's going to be spotted. That's the Ash right there, but the pre-fire gave away the position of the Valkyrie. Doesn't matter. Maestro's in for 2. He's going to find the 3rd. Yes, he does. The down was in on the Valkyrie, but Dash was there to deny. And once again, the Alda comes out, ladies and gentlemen. This is what Maestro can do in a good time, as Battrip Esports is going to be taking round 5 as well. And Dash, the Maestro, had to bring out the 1v3 right there, as the Valkyrie was down right towards the end. But still, it was a clutch and a half for the ages, as we have a 4-1 scoreline right now in round 6 in favor of BTE, as they're going to be heading to second floor Aviator and Games Room.
No, that was quite the play from Dash coming in. He came in with that aggression. Look at that. Using that little window that the attackers had, between making that swap, making the call to go for the plant with the clock running out, Dash using that little window to perfection, making the push happen. And by the time even the Thermite or the Nomad came in for the refrag or the off plant and then collection of the frag, there was the Valkyrie as well. That became two defenders that the attackers had to worry about, and that led to a confusion. Dash perfectly taking advantage of that confusion as well. Really well done. Definitely a play that is that cannot be commended enough, because that was once in a lifetime play, because that angle was covered by two attackers. There's no way Dash could have made that if he was just by like a second late. Honestly, that's what I think that went down. But right now, it's going to be Dash making that play happen. Battery Esports looking very strong today. 4-1 is indeed the scoreline. And in fact, they've been looking strong all over Division 2 this time around. Better results than them almost getting relegated in the last season. So far, Battery Esports has not gone there, though. They've not been to Division 3. But then again, you've got yourself that... in fact, I had myself that little bit of a doubt, a little bit of a fear that what if Battery Esports pulls out a Sanctified Esports, because going from straight to Div 1 to Div 3, not the best thing to do, honestly. But no, Battery Esports did not do that. They survived Division 2, and I'm so glad actually. Their team has had a really good revamp for the roster as well, and they're looking very strong right now. Let's see if that works out for the better or the worse. But right now, it's the better for Battery Esports. We'll be seeing a 4-1 established. Round 6 is underway indeed. Flameblade getting droned around. He's the only one on the Romeo. He's got to hold this down properly. He does not want to be picking these fights, and that's why he's going to just pre-fire and fall back down below on the living room. We'll still be seeing a Dark Lord. He's going to be watching that angle. The Jaeger just very aggressive right now. All he's trying to do is find out strays, and there's a stray. That'll be Spidey time. What is he even doing? Getting caught off guard, and definitely he did catch the defenders off guard as well. It was Swisha though who picked up that kill, but for now, the push-up from the attack is bound to happen. Team Air 69 not looking... Alright, looks like Spidey Time had a little bit of a misclick, but right now Jet, the new Ash, has definitely come alive, and Flamelem has as well. That lights up the scoreboard for Battery Esports, and once again, it's going to be CC's falling as well, and he was the last man standing for Team Air 69. And now 1 versus 5 ace situation for the Thermite with a minute left, which he won't survive, because there is going to be Infernus pushing up mainstay aggressively with the Ascending 11 in hand. Somehow, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at him go. How is he allowed to do that? That kind of aggression with the smoke. Winning that on such a long range. Really well done from Battery Esports. They're definitely feeling the momentum. They're also feeling the heat that has come out from them. And it's nice watching them play like this, honestly. It's really nice. They're looking very confident. And it's just not been the case for Team Air 69. We'll be seeing the scoreboard quickly as we've completed the first half of the match, and Team Battery Esports are heavily in the favor. 5-1. We got 8 frags for Aussie. He's been okay today. He's had better days, but then again, Dark Lord once again 7 frags for the man himself, the highest fragger so far for his team. Flamelem and Dash will be following with 6 and 6 themselves, while Infernus and Jet, the new Ash, will be playing on 5 and 3 and 2. No one really blame them. They've been playing support, except for Jet, the new Ash. Not playing support here. He's playing, in fact, Ash. So I don't know if Ash is now called a support operator, but hey, that's not support. Then again, coming back to getting the kills, the Dark Lord has been taking care of that part. So I think Battery Esports has a lot to worry about. But let's see, coming to round 7, what we've got for ourselves. As this is from the defense, we've got the dog being employed here. At this point, it's no surprise that Team S69 likes to go frag heavy. They want to bring out the dog, they want to bring out the Ella, they want to bring out the Jaeger. Definitely a very frag heavy trio that I'm getting to see from them, and also a whole lot of utility that they happen to offer with their own set of gadgets. But for now, that's not what I'm talking about. It's the Ultragear that helps, it's the Scorpion that helps, and it's the Carbine that has never failed to amaze anybody who plays Siege. Honestly, Carbine might be the most powerful gun in this game, honestly. I'm not even kidding right now. Powerful, obviously, I say, because it's okay, you can have your own personal outlooks towards the likings of guns, just like my man Blackjack said a while ago. He likes Russian gear, so yeah, I won't really judge him on that. But right now, I've got to judge the shield placement, which is done perfectly, really well done. In fact, we'll be seeing Zizzy hold this angle down. I've seen Team 69 do this since day one, and I've seen this strategy for so long now that if I see it anymore, I might not survive. This has been the day one gimmick for Team 69. But hey, here's a turnaround to that. It works. It's worked before. And look at that, already so much utility wasted. One of the breach shots goes out as well. They're not aware that there's two ADSs placed for Zizzy to hold this down. Cherry, that is, it definitely is. And he's doing a whole lot of work there. He's going to get the Ash charge thrown, and that'll be the shield taken away. Meanwhile, Eevee is going to find a frag, and now the Ash wants to push up a little aggressive. He's going to make the push happen, most definitely, but getting tagged along, that'll be a frag for Infernus to take. A force for a stop. Meanwhile, we did see a frag coming from the side of the attack as well. From the side of the defense as well. As Infernus types down his alien height, 6 inches apparently, never mind. Pushing up, we've got Dash. He's gonna get a frag onto Tertiary as well. A 3 assists, 4 established. That's good momentum battle Esports has built for themselves. Spider-Time is gonna get himself spotted, and that's why he's just gonna have to fall back. We're seeing a push-up coming in from his side for actually he's turned the long rotate into a closer one. Meanwhile, Oxy's gonna find a kill onto Darkland. That's the push-up that Trisha was not expecting. That's one hell of a push from Spider-Time. He might as well turn around this round for them. Dash has taken the fall. It's all under Infernus in a 1 versus 3 clutch situation. He won't even win the first fight. That's a round that Team Area 69 needed so direly, and putting that round on board with the role swap coming in. I wouldn't be surprised. This happens to be a defender-favored map, and we're seeing Area 69 taking maximum advantage of that. But for now, it's been Battle Esports definitely in the driver's seat. 5-2 is indeed the scoreline. 1 round away from match point. Let's see what Battle Esports has in store for round 8.
We're going to be heading to first floor dining and kitchen from the side of Area 69. They're not going to be attempting AVG, not for the time being, because we all know you want to go to dining, you want to go to trophy, and then you go Aviator Games Room, as that is going to be the situation that is developing here, ladies and gentlemen. Slowly but surely, Area 69 might make a huge comeback happen. They are still 3 rounds away from doing that, ladies and gentlemen, as it is a 5-2 scoreline in favor of Battery Esports. Battery Esports, they took the first half of the game, and they took it. Like, there's no contest to that. It was entirely theirs, and even the round that they lost, it almost came down to a clutch situation. All of that being said, it is a 5-2 right now, as the side of Area 69 look to take that first round that they just won and turn it into a potential comeback. They've got a deployable cam from the castle, not the proximity alarms that, of course, Castle got for trading in his impact grenades not too long ago. Proximity alarms are a pretty interesting gadget when it comes to Rainbow Six Siege, because they're pretty good at what they do. At the same time, I haven't quite seen anybody calling them overpowered just yet. If you ask me, I would say that the range, or the limited range that they have, is what is stopping proximity alarms from being a real menace, shall we say. And that's probably a good thing. Let's hope it stays that way, because if proximity alarms are allowed to get too powerful, then we might have a situation on our hands. Meanwhile, there's a Nomad trying to push onto basement, the barrels area. Aussie's here to try and find him, and he will. Dash is going to go down, and the kill will be confirmed by the Bandit, as Aussie takes a beautiful first kill onto Dash, and Dark Lord is going to leave the game. He's had yet another disconnect here, ladies and gentlemen. He's had a couple of disconnects in the last couple of days, the last couple of matches, and today he's had 2. That makes 2 for Dark Lord. Ooh, boy, that's a lot. That's not great. But hopefully he's going to be able to reconnect just like he did at the beginning of the match. As right now, Battery Esports standing at 3 versus 5 with having only lost 1 body and then lost 1 to the connection issues. Ivers, okay, he's going to have to calm down with that cardiac sensor. He'll see the information all right, but he's going to give us a headache if we keep spectating him, and he does that. Meanwhile, Tertiary, he's got a nice looking UMP. He's going to be challenging some vertical angles as well. Dark Lord has returned in the meanwhile, as the game has come to a bit of a standstill. Not quite. Shots are still being fired. Bullets are still being traded. Flame Bloom is actually going to find Spidey Time. That's a big drop right there. That is the Jaeger off the board, as now the Castle's trying to shoot through the bomb. He won't be able to find the Sledge, who's playing around Mudroom. Zizzy's been down in the meanwhile. The Hibana's going to take that kill. Infernus finds one. Is he going to be able to find another? I don't think so. Shrisha in the meanwhile trying to find these defensive operators. Again, not going to be able to know. He will. Ivers is going to go down. Suddenly, it's a 3v2 in favor of Batchup Esports. They're slowly making this happen, and they will. The push to side comes in. Shrisha and Flameblade take the last two down. Tertia and Aussie fall. And even after losing their first operator, Dash, the Nomad, even after losing Darklord to a disconnect, it doesn't dissuade the side of Batchup Esports from making a comprehensive push happen as round 8 goes to them. But more importantly, they are now on a match point, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, it is 6-2 match point in favor of Batchup Esports. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, 6-2 in the favor of Batchup Esports as a team Area 69, unfortunately, not quite having the best day. They came into this game hopeful. We came into this game hopeful for Team Area 69 to pull a fantastic performance. And while they have done some good, they've been good in patches here and there. It just hasn't been enough. Those patches weren't connected enough. You know, they were too few and too far between, as we've seen Batchup Esports just take advantage of all the mistakes that Area 69 have made, and then in quite a few rounds for that matter, just outplay them. Sheer outplay from the side of BTE, as they have taken to this game on Villa pretty well. 6-2 in their favor. Area 69 have to win 4 back-to-back rounds of the best Rainbow Six that they've ever played to make sure that they get this comeback and a push to overtime, because otherwise there's no way they're gonna get a chance, to win this game. Action phase is in play, and just like I said, it is going to be a very interesting round. Right now, Area 69 on the defense have to go on a round-by-round basis to make sure they get every single piece of every single round as well as possible. They want to make sure that they don't mess up. They want to make sure that their mistakes are minimal. They want to make sure that they don't lose bodies early, and even if they do, there's refrags in play. Second floor is being pushed. Tertia playing Astronomy Stairs. He's in a good spot right now. As there is a Dash repelling the Astronomy window right next to him, mind you. He could take him out if the repel in comes in from Dash. The IQ in the meanwhile is doing some utility clearance onto site down below. Not going to be finding anybody just yet. Is the repel going to come in from Dash? Not quite yet. He's throwing a drone in to make sure that he drones ahead of himself to make sure that it is clear. It is not. Now he knows that, and now he has enough reason not to jump in to the top floor. Ivers in the meanwhile has been flashed away. Zizzy has been too, but they're still somehow alive as they're trying to push Memorial, suspecting a push coming in from that particular window. Not quite. Meanwhile, we've got Spider-Jam contesting up the pantry stairs window. Shree's going to find one. Zizzy's on the board. He's inside his sight, but Spider-Jam's going to shut him down before it gets any worse for the side of the defenders. Grenade goes up, but that's just a little too late from Flameblade. He could have claimed the life of the Pulse right there. He's still seeing him, but he's not going to be able to find him as C4 comes in. He heard the rip. He pulled back as he's going to be making even more vertical lines aside for his team to work with, as Hibana pellets are being taken out by Spidey Time inside his side, doing a lot of work right now and still contesting that pantry stairs window is going to be big for him as more verticality is being played by Batchup Esports. They want to make sure that they have all the lines of sight possible into sight if they make this push happen, when they make this push happen. Shots being fired from the pantry window right now. More Exciter pellets coming in. They're being denied by Spider Time. He's going to be spotted, but he's going to see the Nomad instead. Dash comes in. He's not going to get the kill. The pistol comes out, and Spider Time finds it instead as the Ibana comes in to reflag instantly. He's going in. Infernus. He's going to find one more. He's got a Guma in the shin. He's got to be careful. Bearing 9 comes out. Not going to find the defenders just yet. Tertia and Aussie are the last ones remaining, as Flames is going to find Tertia just as I speak about him, leaving Aussie the last man standing. 1v3. If he wants to keep his team alive, he has to make this clutch happen. Will he be able to? He doesn't know where the Hibana is. He doesn't know where anything is. Is he going to find the planter? No, he's not. The Aiku comes in time. He did get the down onto the planter, mind you, but Darklord was there, just barely managing to take the kill before the situation became too serious and that is going to be Bad Trip Esports, ladies and gentlemen, winning on round 9 on Villa. They are your victors here on the map, the beautiful Italian map of Villa, and they've taken it 7-2. Oh, what a game we've had, ladies and gentlemen. What a game indeed. It's been a absolutely fantastic game. It's got me all ecstatic. However, more about this game and the thoughts on this game from our analyst Baba Gusta coming right up. Baba, it was an exciting game and once again, a fairly quick one.
I mean, it is quite a quick one indeed. Bad Trip Esports proving what they've got on map Villa, absolutely dominating against Team Area 69, and they've had absolutely zero counters to do whatsoever. We've seen, yes, on the first round where I was actually quite confused when Infi throwed his C4. I was actually quite curious to know where that C4 actually hit from. So what I did is that I actually revisited the ward, thanks to YouTube, in which you can be able to rewind the ward, in which you can be able to see when Enfi detonated the C4, he actually took out the IQ on second floor bathroom in which Blame was trying to hold on to. Now that is the luck in 200 coming in from Enfi, because that was actually unfortunate on the side of Team Area 69. Like basically on the side of Batter Esports, luck was on their side. So yeah, that was basically it. And Infi with a great defense, not even letting them enter inside the first floor dining room, but still they've had a little bit of problems on round 3 when they were defending on second floor aviator room, in which we actually did see a lot of pressure being initiated from Tertio, which eventually succeed and gets a total of 4 kills from that specific place. Now that aggressive place coming in on the side of Area 69 was really good, but the only problem was we actually didn't get to see it more often. Every single time you see Area 69 entering into a specific site, they always either get countered by some a normal flank out of nowhere being taken out, or just by holding onto the side, they weren't winning a lot of gunfights. And I believe on the 7th round when they were defending on second floor trophy room, that was also the same thing indeed. A deployable shield being, just like Foxy was talking about, the deployable shield being placed with the ADSs on the side of landing room to hold on the side of reading room, in which, in fact, it didn't quite, it actually a little bit quite worked out because most of the utilities were dumped on that specific position, giving them the opportunities for the flankers to just push in and get those kills without even, just only focusing on the gunplay and not focusing about any of the, flashbangs or any nades being thrown at them. So it was a really good thing, especially Spidey time on defense. So really great playing as the Jaeger, getting those important kills, and even Aussie as well. A strong start on round 8, even though with an unfortunate disconnect coming in on the side of Dark Lord, but still Bad Trip Esports did not give up. However, they actually converted it out, winning against Team Area 69 and gave them the. So coming in on the, and yeah, just like I was talking about the community votes, it actually, the viewers are actually right though. 54% of the community thought that Battery Esports was going to win against Area 69, and they were all right about that. With that, Team Area 69 not in a good form here, as they are going to be in a win-loss ratio of 2-3, whereas in Bad Trip Esports, they are going to be winning up, and I believe they are going to be on the second place of Division 2. Currently having problems against Vector Sports, just like I said previously, they did not, win against Vector Sports, but they do not have any problems dealing with the other teams in Division 2. It's really exciting to see how well BTE is performing, and also on Team Area 69. Area 69, they've not given up just yet. It's just that they're having a bad time. It happens for the best of us, and hopefully they will eventually learn their mistakes, and hopefully they won't be able to make that same mistake twice on the next match indeed. So I'm really excited on what's going to happen on the next week as well. But also what I'm more interested is the Division 1 matches is going to be arriving on tomorrow's matchup. That is going to be spicy indeed, Jack.
Absolutely well said, Baba. Division 1 coming in tomorrow is going to be absolutely wonderful to cast and spectate. But before that, we have the overview of the day coming in, ladies and gentlemen. And it has been a fantastic day from us here at the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. We've had some great matches. Initially, we had Samurai Esports versus Team Moaha. Unfortunately, Team Waha not looking too great today. Actually, they looked fantastic, but too bad for them. ESM took the match on Coastline 7-5. Meanwhile, we had Havocs versus Oh Yeah, and Oh Yeah on Consulate. They also managed to take it 7-4. Not quite a 7-5, but was still pretty close. And with that, Oh Yeah actually takes second spot in Division 2 in the top 3 of the leaderboard right now. That's pretty big from them. While on the other end, we had Vector Sports versus Instinct Esports on Coastline once again. It was a washout from Vector Sports. Instinct not looking good at all today. It was a 7-2 for VS as they will take top spot and stay there with that very, very strong victory for themselves on Coastline. And of course, to round things out, we just had the Battery Esports versus Team Area 69 game on Villa. And again, Battery Esports showing Team Area 69 what for. Unfortunately, A69 not looking great today. And Battery Esports winning 7-2, putting themselves on the third spot for Division 3. That is right. Your top 3 teams right now in Division 3 are Vector Sports, Oh Yeah, and Battery Esports. And they are looking quite sharp this season, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you that much, as we will be closing out Division 2, Week 2, with that overview. Thank you to everybody for joining us today, as we will come back with Division 1, Week 2, starting tomorrow and throughout the weekend. A lot of exciting siege action coming your way, and we'll see you there. Stay tuned, and good night.
Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now, as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear, for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire Esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course, for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060, because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway. The question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go!